What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Queen Saf.
And it's Sam.
And we are Saf with Sam. And today we are back with another video.
And we are here with our special guest.
Hey you guys, I'm Winty.
This is our first episode of Girl Talk. And the question is, would you be okay with your significant other having a best friend of the opposite sex?
The thing is, I want to say yes, but it depends on what kind of best friend. Cause the way.
What do you mean? What kind of best friend?
Cause the things that I do with my best friends, I don't know if I would feel comfortable with him doing it with the best friend of the opposite sex.
True.
Well, I mean, I don't. Okay, what are examples of that? Cause I don't
I
think.
changed in front of you guys. I've been naked in front of you guys a couple of times. I don't know if I would be okay with him or her being naked in front of one another. Just like I'm sure he wouldn't be okay with me being naked in front of.
I always think like in a relationship, like what you don't want me to do. No, like how do I phrase it? Like what you don't want to see me do with other people, don't do it to other people yourself.
Yes.
Like it should be equal, basically. So like if I go to a club and I'm talking to someone and you don't want me to do that, then you shouldn't be doing that yourself. So it should be equal.
So you mean, so if he's not okay with you having a male best friend, then he shouldn't have a female best friend either.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have, but like you were asking okay. So if he's not okay with me having a male best friend, then why should I be okay with him having a female best friend? It should be the same, I feel like. But there are different factors to play a role in this.
Such as?
Because like what if, like example, if I have a guy now and he's like we get together and he's like, yo, this is my best friend, and you know it's of the opposite sex, then I can't say I'm not okay with you not having a female best friend because you guys have been together from the start before I met you, so it's very questionable. I don't know.
But what about the thing with changing clothes in front of one another? Like if that's something you've been doing with your best friend for like the past 10 years, then who am I to come along and be like, no, like if that's like something that is very normal to them, then I don't like. I feel like I to come in between and start pointing fingers. Like it just feels wrong. I don't know.
I feel like there gotta be a mutual respect somewhere. They're like,
why would you?
No, as in. Like,
I can't ask why would you change clothes in front of her because
you guys have been doing it for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, but
and obviously there's nothing more to it. So why not just
But okay, it can be like maybe I'm insecure in the way as in not insecure in myself, but I've been through some shit like in the past. So maybe I don't actually trust guys or guys with female best friends. So
okay, but then
my guy also needs to understand where I'm coming from. And then maybe he will try to convince me that it's nothing going on.
Okay, but some people would say, don't you trust your man enough to know that he won't do something with her?
And then as you always respond, it's not my man that I don't trust, it's that woman. but I think you need to get to know the best friend, maybe.
Yes.
Like
if it's somebody that if I know your best friend too, I don't need to be her best friend, but if I'm at least friends with her, then I won't completely know her, but at least I know that I can trust her. If I don't know who that is at all.
About the trust part.
And also, if he's not willing to let you meet her, if you say, okay, if this is your best friend, let me meet her. Why do you want to meet her?
No,
y'all ain't changing clothes. Then y'all ain't changing. Y'all doing more than just changing. Y'all ain't changing. You're taking the clothes off, and then
But guys, getting back to what we're talking about, like a lot of factors play a role in this, as in trust. And like, man, I don't know.
But this also brings it back to when people are like, oh, guys and girls can't be friends. Because I think that they can.
Guys and girls can.
And they can change clothes in front of each other as long as they can. Why not?
They can, but I feel like
as long as it's not like, hey, look at
well,
you don't even do that with your girlfriend.
And then again, it depends on how your. I mean, you guys can be best friends, but like the way you guys have chemistry, you know. So sometimes things
Yeah.
can slowly start to change.
Yeah.
And when things start evolving,
That's another question. Yeah.
that's like you and your best friend. You're like, oh my god, I'm starting to like have feelings for him, and then he doesn't know about it because you don't want to tell him because you don't want to ruin what you guys have built, basically. And then you're like, oh, but he has a girlfriend as well. But then because you know you guys vibe more than him and his girlfriend, then it kind of be like maybe you feel some type of way as in I deserve you because I've been with you since day one, and this and that. And then like he can be changing in front of you. You're not gonna view him the same way you used to. You're gonna be like, damn, well, like you know, something. So.
And some guys get hotter when they have a girlfriend. That's the same.
It's true. Maybe it's just the thought of him having a girlfriend, not actually.
No, but sometimes when he gets, well, if they've been best friends for 10 years, then you've obviously seen girls come and go. But sometimes like when you see a guy, it's like, but sometimes when you see a guy with his girlfriend and you see how loving he is with her, you're like, oh, I could be that.
It's not that I can't say no in this situation, or actually a situation. It depends. How does it look? Did you guys become best friends after we were together, and how did you guys become best friends all of a sudden? You know.
Also, what kind of guy is he? What kind of guy are you dating? There are guys that you
what kind of girl
is he friends with?
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you know,
if he has befriended someone who's likes to be all up in people's business and just.
Or just even someone who's not supportive of your relationship, then it's like
that's a problem there already.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because sometimes best friends aren't always like okay with their best friend getting into a relationship because they can evolve feelings of like and feel kind of jealous or something. I don't know.
So, what are other factors?
But the thing is, the part where like it really gets tricky is when your best friend or your significant other starts, like,
gives an ultimatum?
Your best friend?
Or
and your man?
My man?
Yeah.
Or my best friend?
Or your best friend?
Both.
Is giving you an ultimatum about what?
Drop your best friend or drop your hubby. Whatever.
That's an issue.
Then that's the part where it's like.
But it also depends on how long I've been with this guy, because
but I don't think
really. So if your best friend, if your best friend told you now, like, oh, your guy is ruin our friendship because he doesn't trust me.
But it depends on if you're telling me to drop my man because he's ruining our friendship, then I don't think he could. Because if he's ruining our friendship, then it means he's doing something. And then that means maybe there's something with his personality. Or maybe he's not a good person. Or something like that. And that means I need to look at him and figure out, like, are you the right person for me?
Okay.
And if you want me to drop him just so that you can have me for yourself, then you're not a good friend and I should drop you. If you want me to drop him because he's not good for me and he's not treating me right,
and
then I should drop him.
Around.
Yeah, if he wants me to drop you because you're not treating me right either, but maybe we've been friends for so long I can't see it, or maybe I'm just letting you not treat me right, then he's right, then I should drop you.
But I just don't ever think it's fair for someone to for someone who loves you to ask you to drop someone else that you love.
Care about.
Or care about. Because it's just it's not fair to
But what if they're doing it for your best? Like they know
well,
that
then
you need to drop this person because this person is not adding anything to your life.
But then he needs to show. I think he needs to show it, or the person needs to show it.
Because it depends on how. Maybe that's how they see it. Because.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what she's saying. Like you can view things in a certain way, and you cannot. Sometimes you're blind, and you cannot see.
Yeah, maybe she's jealous. Maybe she's
just jealous.
Maybe she's not treating you wrong, but that's the way he sees it. So if that's the way he sees it, then he brings it up like she's treating you wrong, and I think you should drop her. And then you need to step back and at least take a look at the friendship. Like, is she treating you wrong?
But saying I think you should drop her is completely different from saying drop her or you lose me as a friend or you lose me as a boyfriend, husband, whatever. I'm recommending and demanding.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking. okay, if he's recommended a couple of times before
Then I will
and you're
look
not
into
doing
it.
anything,
I will consider. I will look into it. I will see.
because I'm that kind of person. Because I feel like I will help you. Like if you're having a problem, I will help you. But if you're not helping yourself, and I've been telling you, you need to do this, but you're not doing it, then eventually I will give you an ultimatum. Like I will say, listen, you're not helping yourself. I'm trying to help you, but it's not going anywhere. So either you fix this or try to fix this, or I'm out. You know what I mean?
But why are you out?
Because the problem is also
Are you the best friend? Are you the...
Whether I'm the best friend,
Or,
the wife, the sister, whatever. If I'm trying to... Well, I can't drop my sister, but...
I drop you. Get out of here.
But if I try to help you, I continuously try to help you. And it's a problem that now is... Because it's weighing you down. And I love you.
Yeah.
It's also weighing you down. And I'm trying to
it.
help you, but you don't want my help. Sometimes people have to want to...
If you want to get help, you have to want to get
help yourself, then I'm not going to be able to help you.
No,
And
you
if
have to want it for
try,
yourself. Yeah.
But what if they think
want
you're
to.
selfish for giving them an ultimatum? Like, what if they think you are selfish as a person for giving them an ultimatum?
Then that's their
You
loss,
can't,
basically. Because
you can't, yeah.
Honestly.
Just like you can't help people who don't want help. You can't explain something to somebody if they don't want to
understand.
understand.
Simple.
If I've told you, listen, I'm going to drop you because I have to, because you're weighing me down and because you're weighing yourself down, and they don't want to understand that this is a problem. If me leaving isn't a wake-up call for them, then maybe I don't mean that much for them either. Because maybe if the threat of me leaving isn't like, oh shoot, my best friend, my sister, my whatever is gonna leave me if I don't do something about this problem. If they can be like, oh, I don't care, you can leave, I'm still gonna stay in this situation.
But sometimes
Then-
you might be going through a phase in life or something, and like
Yeah.
sometimes you
I'm
do make
thinking,
silly mistakes.
what
and
if-
you don't even.
But what if...
Yeah, but there's a difference between a silly mistake and a
A huge
problem,
mistake.
a
But
mistake
sometimes
in your life.
that's
If
what it
you're
takes for
hurting
them
yourself,
to understand what you actually mean to them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
I've
that's right. I don't know.
tried, yeah, if you need to go through this to learn and to grow, and it's hurting you, which in return is hurting me, then I'm gonna have to, and I drop you, then maybe when you realize that it's a problem, you might come around and be like, you know what, you were right.
Are you willing to come back then, or
me?
Mhm.
If it's somebody that I loved very much and that I still have love to,
But they hurt-
love for, yeah.
but they hurt you very much too?
Well, no, because they were hurting themselves, and in
I'm
that way
lost
I was
Which
getting
hurt you
hurt.
because-
I'm lost
Yeah,
here.
but
Y'all
they're
are
not-
talking.
but they're
How
not
are you
hurting
guys
me.
talking? Are you the girl? I'm talking about us.
Indirectly, they are.
Are you the girlfriend? Are you
Yeah,
the
I
best
think
It
friend?
doesn't really
Are you
matter.
the-
It doesn't really matter.
No,
I'm
because I
saying
need to
either way.
understand.
I'm
Because
saying
you
either
guys
way.
are
No,
talking
I'm
I'm
about...
saying either way. I'm saying if
Yeah, but you
ask
need
my
to
best
say
friend,
yourself.
okay,
Are you?
if you
What
ask-
are you? What are you in this situation?
I'm both, whether I am the girlfriend or the best friend.
Okay, so you mean the girlfriend and the best friend? Okay.
So if I'm the girlfriend and my boyfriend has a friend that isn't right for them, and it comes to the point where I have to give you that ultimatum, I will. If you are my best friend and your boyfriend or husband isn't treating you right, and I've tried to help you, and we get to that point where I have to drop you, I might. So
Okay, but what if your partner feels threatened by your best friend
I was getting
And ask
that,
you
like the
to-
jealousy.
and asks you to
of
drop
that.
the best friend? Are you
then
gonna do
there's-
it? How is that fair to your best
does
friend?
he feel threatened
Yeah.
by my best friend?
Yeah.
What does he feel threatened by?
Just by what you guys have and what you've
You're
always
right.
had and what that could possibly in the future evolve into?
But that,
Oh, you're right, my male best
that
friend.
goes back to the question of are you
Are you-
okay with
yeah,
your
that's
significant
what I'm
other?
saying.
Because you can feel some type of way, and your hubby or whatever can feel some type of way. But where do you guys like meet each other? You guys gotta meet each other halfway. And I mean, you're not gonna drop your best friend.
No, because he feels.
Neither are you gonna drop like your hubby.
Yeah.
But like, so basically, there's already a problem there. If you feel threatened by my best friend, why are you? The question is why, and I think it will lead to you being insecure in yourself rather than being insecure. Because if you're insecure about if you're just being insecure, then that means you don't trust me.
There's
Or
also
something I can feel. Or maybe you don't trust the guy. There's one thing not trusting the guy, and there's another thing not trusting me. But I don't know, now it goes back, I'm like contradicting myself, but you should trust me enough to like believe that nothing is going on. But I think it's
And
more.
that if something
I think
would
it's
go
easier for us all.
But even
Like,
if something isn't going on now, you could like your partner might always live with the fear in the back of his mind, thinking that like even if something isn't going on now, what if and especially when things get worse between us, then she'll always turn to him, and then what could that be? You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you're like having issues within
The relationship.
yeah, well, because your best friend happens to be of the opposite sex, it like automatically just gets worse because
the situation does get worse because you seek compassion from your best friend.
Yeah.
So basically,
and seeking compassion from someone of the opposite sex is different.
Can lead to something because it's another feel. It's not like I come to you, Sam, and I cuddle with you and I feel kind of sad. Rather than
because with the guys, like you can look at each other,
and it can get real intense, and it's like it can get real intense because you guys have been having the chemistry since day one.
But
all you need is like
and what if that's a wake up call, as in
sorry. But okay,
Man.
And that must not feel.
But sometimes
good,
you don't see your best friend like. Sometimes you have best friends that are of the opposite sex. That like even when you're drunk, you look at them and you could never do that with them because they're like a brother with you. That's different.
Okay, that's different.
But sometimes when you want revenge,
I feel like best friends should be like brothers and sisters. Then,
what?
Being best friend of the opposite sex, like then it should already feel from the start like you guys are brothers and sisters.
But I would feel uncomfortable doing that.
You would feel that, but
okay,
if you are really vibing with someone and you're like you my bro, everything this and that, but you guys have been vibing since day one, so the chemistry is there, and the chemistry doesn't necessarily have to be like I'm feeling him.
Yeah,
but friendship, guys, I love when best friends get married because that's like you guys have a solid foundation, and that's the key, really, like having a solid foundation. And that's what you and your best friend have, like. So, I don't know.
Because I'm thinking, because I have male best friends. I have like 2, but so I'm thinking. We're just friends. We're not. I wouldn't say we're best friends. We're just friends. But even if we were, we're not far from being best friends. And I'm thinking, if I was to have a boyfriend and me and him fight or something, and I would go to this guy, the way I see this specific guy right now, it could turn into potential. No, because I'm just saying the way I see the specific guy who is a very close friend of mine, not best friend, but very close friend. The way I see him, even if I was hurt by my boyfriend and I was seeking compassion, it's easier said than done. But I feel like even then, I wouldn't see him that way. Like, there have been times when I've seen him, I've been like, no.
I was like, whoa, really?
No, and I've been like, maybe, no, he looks good. No, you know what? Not like that. Get that away.
But like you said, it's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done.
Because,
of course.
Because right now you're not hurt.
Because I have a scenario right now in my head. It's like...
Tell us, baby girl.
Like, okay, so your hubby has, this female best friend. And, she has always been like this. But you're not feeling comfortable her being like that now. As in you guys have just started to get to know each other. She's being clingy and, on your boyfriend. No, on your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So... Like, how do you deal with that situation? Because
then you have to be together. It depends on the guy, because you have to be with a guy who doesn't offend, who understands you. Because if you can't come up to your boyfriend and be like, hey, I'm not saying you need to ditch her, but I feel a little bit uncomfortable by the way she's clinging onto you.
Yeah.
If your guy automatically reacts with, girl, you're being crazy, you acting silly, and starts like...
They gonna tell you, making me crazy.
Yeah, it starts being defensive, then either there's something there, or his personality is just not ugly, but he's just not the guy I want to be with. If that's how you're gonna react when I bring a problem to you, because then if I don't bring a problem to you, because I know that you're gonna go crazy about it, then you're gonna be mad because I'm not talking to you.
True.
So if you have a husband or boyfriend who you bring up this problem, like, dude, I don't like how clingy she's being. If he's able to be like, okay, I see what you're saying. I don't see her as being clingy, but I see what you're saying, and so I will try to do something about it. He needs to at least be accepting and open to what you're saying.
So, in conclusion, to bring this all back to the original, the OG question, would you be okay?
Just a simple yes or no answer.
Yes
would you be
and
okay?
no. Yes
No,
and
you have
no.
to choose
Depending
one.
I
on.
think it's very hard. But I'd say, would you be okay?
Would you be okay? I would be okay with it.
Generally speaking.
Would would I be a bit suspicious?
Of course.
Would I be a little
Always
bit
be
of an
suspicious.
Okay, I'll say this.
Maybe.
No, I'll say this. If you guys have been friends before we met, of course,
Absolutely.
I have to be okay with it. But if you guys all of a sudden become best friend, during our relationship, then I'd say
I'm not gonna say no.
no,
But
of course, because you're not the person's mother. But I would,
I will.
if it doesn't make me feel good, then I guess I'm not okay with it. Simple as that. Because how do you like get best friend with someone during a relationship? I should be your best friend, man. I'm your lover and your best friend, man.
You're nobody's best friend, but okay.
Anyway, so yeah, and what would you say?
I would, yeah, like you said.
Don't copy me.
But yeah, no. If you were best friends before the relationships, then I'm gonna have to respect it. But if you become friends during it, I'm not gonna say no. I'm also not gonna say yes. But
Bro, aren't you
I'm gonna
very
be a bit.
possessed? Or no, you're like you're very jealous.
I am. That's true. Now that I think about it, I had completely forgotten about that.
Wow.
No, it depends on the things you're doing with her.
Doing with her? The thing is, of course,
Because if she ends up, because yeah, she's your best friend, but if you start talking with her about things that you don't talk with me about, like, oh, it was such a hard day at work today. Oh, there's this problem in the family. If you're talking with her about those kind of things that you're not talking with me about it, or talking about it with me, then that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Why are you acting like why? If you're
You
talking
know what?
to her, why?
I should be your best friend. So I think it's more
Because if we said in conclusion, we're starting a whole new discussion. But because if you're talking with her about your feelings and I feel this way, it's so hard, and you're not talking with me about, what am I to you then? Well, like, what do we have that you don't have with her? If you because a relationship is communication, and
What if he shares
loyalty.
the exact? What if he shares the exact same things with her with you?
That's a problem.
Then it's
No,
like then you're the same. Then it's like
yeah, basically.
the only difference is you're
he's
his
putting,
lover.
he's
too.
putting us on the
Yes,
same.
Other than that, you're
but
just
he can find a lover in her. He can buy
Exactly.
a lover for $99
exactly.
an hour.
Exactly.
So what am I there
are you
for?
okay with him telling you?
No,
everything he's
because
telling
I'm also
her?
not okay with her knowing everything about our relationship and about our life.
And about his life, because you should be priority or
Priority number one, yeah. Yeah.
Guys, I think our
So then
conclusion
basically,
no.
basically sooner or later you're or like in one
You're
way or
gonna
another
feel
you're gonna
some
have
type
to
of
ask
way.
him to like tone it down, and basically you're
But then he's gonna be like, oh, but I have to talk with her about these things because I can't talk with you about it. Why can't you talk with me about it?
Okay.
So now,
Seriously.
truly in conclusion,
it's
The
tough,
answer
man.
is-
It's tough. It's hard out here.
the answer is it depends.
Yeah, it depends. It depends. But you are gonna have to, if you are the partner.
Are we starting a new discussion now?
I feel like you don't want to say no because you don't want to
'Cause
feel
that
like
sounds
you're this
too- yeah.
possessive, jealous girl. But there are a lot of factors that play. There are a lot of factors that play a huge role in all of this. So, and one thing can easily lead to another thing. So I'm gonna be honest. speaking generally, I would say it's more of a no for me than a yes. But I think
Ouch.
I think so. I'm very indecisive, but I'd say that because honestly, I should be your lover, your baby girl, and your best friend. So basically, honey, you don't need another best friend. No,
I
but
can
truly.
understand though.
So,
Yeah, I can understand. But yeah.
Oh, you guys agree with me?
Yeah, it's tough, man, because I don't want him to like drop her. Because
Yeah, no, that's the
it's,
thing though.
It's never fair to tell someone you love to drop someone
someone
they love.
Exactly.
But then at the same time, it's like if
You
I'm
don't need to
gonna,
love her. You can just like her. He's supposed to love me.
yeah,
But I mean,
no,
he's supposed to be in love with you, but he's supposed to love.
okay.
There's
Yeah.
a difference. There's a difference.
So,
But yeah.
because
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him to ask that of me. So I don't know, man. It's just tough.
Exactly.
I just
But also,
hope we don't
but
have
sometimes
to.
remember that girls can see things in girls that guys can see, and guys can see things in guys that girls can't see.
That's very
And so
true.
sometimes, as a girl or as a woman, you can see that another woman is making a move on him when he doesn't see
But
that.
he's always
And
blind.
he, as a man, can see
Can
that
see
another man is
exactly.
making a move on you when you can't see it.
Very true.
And
So listen to your partner.
Getting back to he can see the guy making a move on you.
That you
Actually, girls.
we're
we-
very
we're-
attentive.
Exactly.
We're very
We
attentive,
can
so
feel
we're not-
that.
But
But guys
sometimes,
are more like
yeah.
Man, you're mine. Like they feel like they don't want to see. They don't
They
want
don't see their girlfriend with somebody else.
exactly. And of course not. But I mean, like they don't want to have a competition. So
Well,
yeah.
competition keeps the prices down. I don't.
Price is down?
No, competition
What the fuck?
raises the quality on things. So.
Yeah. So basically,
you become better when there's competition.
if you have a male best friend,
Yeah.
your husband will feel, or your man will feel like, he needs to do more, to actually keep you. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Then I would love to have.
Well, then
a
that
best
then I'll keep my best friend.
So it's actually different having a male best friend and having a female best friend.
yeah.
Really. So yeah, man. All right. So should we wrap
But I
this
mean,
up?
it's not really fair to the best friend.
I said, should we wrap
Okay,
it
I
up?
think we're
feelings
done.
too.
Yeah, I know.
What
But
if they act the same way that they've been acting their whole life with you, and now just because you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, it's just not fair. Are you just?
But I would
just
also
gonna cut them out of your life?
but as the best friend though, if I'm best friends with a guy and he gets a girlfriend, I wouldn't want him to just cut off contacts with me or just all of a sudden not answer my calls.
Exactly.
Not. But
or
I
stop
would,
telling
but
you
yeah,
stuff that
yeah,
he usually
but-
does.
But I would
But
respect boundaries. As
yeah,
in,
and so, but the thing is, you want to start backing away yourself. You don't want him to all of a sudden
I've
cut
seen
you
that in
off.
relationships, guys. Like the best friend backing away, and
So you'll just learn to adapt.
But there, yeah,
Because
but
he's
there's
in a
a difference-
relationship.
But there's a difference between backing away with boundaries and leaving the friendship. Like you can still be
Yeah.
in the friendship, but just be like, you know what, you have
It's
a
not the
girlfriend,
same. It's
and
not.
I understand that we can't go out to eat at 12 p.m. like we used to because you have a girlfriend, and I respect that. But because we're still best friends,
I'm actually thinking, is that okay or not? The thing is,
okay, not specifically going
no,
out to
I'm
eat.
thinking
that was
because
just
if you guys are just
yeah.
going out to eat, I should trust you enough and be like, you know what?
Yeah, of course. But,
But
sometimes
then
it's uncomfortable.
It's always
that he's out
like
at that time.
But I'm saying if he want to cheat on you, he can cheat on you.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Like it doesn't have to be at
Okay,
night.
but I worry generally. Like, I'm in general, I worry. So like, if you're out at 12, I'm like, what time are you coming home? And I might not always stay awake, but like if you say, oh, I'm coming home at 1 a.m. and you're not home by 1:30, I start getting worried. Not that you're cheating,
Of course,
but that something might have happened to you.
Man, but I'd say get to know your significant other's best friend. Get to know them, and
make them your friend too.
yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day,
And
if there is something going on, I mean.
But make sure you make them your friend, and make sure that they see it from how you see it. Because then
Like your significant other.
no. Make sure that your significant other's best friend becomes
Understands.
your friend, and then
Understands.
stands it from your point of view. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Because then I think the friend will gladly back off a little and learn to adapt and without feeling
jealous or just, you know, not loved anymore. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Anyways, guys.
So yeah, solution is befriend your significant other's best friend, and you know, just make them or try to make them see it from your point of view. Problem solved.
Okay, guys. So that was it for today. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. And
like this video, subscribe to our channel. All the information, or well, our Twitter, our Instagram will be in the description box.
Okay, guys.
So, and write in the comments, what do you guys want us to talk about next? Girl talk or what?
And what are your thoughts on this? What are you guys' thoughts on this? So, comment down below.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Zap.
Bye.
Zap. Zap.
Bye.
Zap.
Bye.
Zap. Zap. Okay. I feel like I'm so good. Baby, well. I get it well.
Check out.